Hello there. Today's presentation is called Posts That Explode Fans Participation. Yes, we're talking about Facebook and Facebook fan pages in particular. You see, the problem is that people don't read on Facebook anymore. They just skim. So as business owners on Facebook, we need to grab their attention as quickly as we possibly can if we're going to have any chance at all of getting engagement with our posts. So to do that, we've got to create posts that our fans like, that our fans will comment on, and our fans will share, because this is the key to raising awareness of our business. And it's the only darn way we're going to actually have engagement with our fans, right? My name is Peter Beckett, the Village Marketer, and I'm delighted and excited to share these thoughts with you about Facebook fan page engagement. Unfortunately, many businesses have not yet learned how to engage socially on Facebook, and that's the truth. They still post way too many self-serving updates that don't connect at all with their audience. In fact, it bores them crazy. Knowing your audience is essential for creating posts, and people will engage with you if they can see that you're showing interest in them. On Facebook, people share interests and opinions, and they're more likely to like and comment and share posts that reflect their own way of thinking. And don't forget, on Facebook, the primary reason people are there is to be entertained. So obviously for businesses, being too salesy is just not going to work. Now, does that mean your Facebook presence is a waste of time? No way. It's a prime opportunity for what I call attraction marketing. Sharing content that is helpful, social, and serves your audience, not product specific to your business. Mainly concept driven in particular. That's what people can really get their fingers into. Yes, it's time to rethink your Facebook posts. Facebook, with now nearly 2 billion users, has woven itself into the very fabric of our global community, right? It provides a unique and powerful opportunity for your business to intersect with your ideal audience without that audience needing to search for you in any way, or in fact they're there waiting and ready to talk with you. Sounds good, right? Well, the downside is that you're competing with a lot of other noise in the news feed. The key then is to find a way to attract your fans' attention so your updates aren't missed or completely ignored by your fans. And that's not as easy as it sounds, but that's also where attraction marketing comes in. Attraction marketing is the key. Attraction marketing is discovery, it's awareness, it's like an initial touch point. As users engage with your content, in other words, they like it or they share it or they comment, right? You create affinity and trust with your fans. Ultimately, this creates a quality, engaged audience that's truly ready for building social relationships and also ready to take recommendations from you for any particular problems they may have that you can solve. And I'm no Facebook algorithm expert, but additionally, that increased engagement that you get on your posts is a signal to Facebook that your page updates are interesting to your fans. That's a plus, right? Facebook in turn will make sure that your updates appear more and more in the news feeds of engaged users. And the more we can get our posts into the news feed of our fans, the more chance we've got of getting them to engage with us on our fan page, right? So let's look at ways that we can successfully use attraction marketing as a key part of our Facebook fan page marketing efforts. The first one, don't be shy. Share other people's content. You don't have to all come from you, right? For example, the one you can see there is from Gary Vaynerchuk, okay? A very well-known marketer. Sure, he's a bit well-known for some of his four-letter words, but he's an absolutely incredible marketer, and I had great delight many times in sharing some of his articles because he hits the nail right on the head when it comes to certain marketing things. So Gary Vaynerchuk is an example of sharing other people's content. But I also do it with a bit of a twist. And that brings us to a thing called FBRilla or another thing called ClickClap. What you can do with these bits of software is you can take these curated content pieces like with Gary Vaynerchuk, right? And if you click that post I did from Gary Vaynerchuk, it'll take you to his article, but it also at the same time you will get a call to action to whatever I want to take you to. Okay? This actually turns all my curated content into direct, highly targeted leads. All right, so there's a way of taking content, other people's content, and at the same time building leads for yourself. FB Rilla or ClearClap. If you need more information on those, please get back to me. I'll be delighted to share with you. The next way, post videos. Now, preferably Facebook Live. Even though the initial shine has gone off the whole Facebook Live thing, it's still a valuable way of creating and generating content, right? Or if you can't do that, at least direct upload to Facebook with your own pre-made video. I mean, the worst option is to actually take a YouTube video and put it on Facebook, because they're competing against each other, right? And Facebook is not going to give that the same space in the post or the same sort of authority or anything else. So really, the preference is Facebook Live, because they're still giving preference to it, and it's a way of you building engagement directly with your Facebook fans. And by the way, while I'm on this, I want to share with you a very simple but a very effective strategy. The idea is to do a daily 2 or 3 minute maximum, right, Facebook Live on a topic that's related to your audience. Do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for example. Have a rest on the weekends, right? But after each Facebook Live is embedded on your page, edit the intro by telling them what it's all about in 1 or 2 sentences, and then inviting people to get more free information by adding a link to join you. Now that link could go to a squeeze page to build your particular email list, or it could go to a Facebook group you've got. It doesn't matter. The idea is once you've edited the Facebook Live and you put the link in there, you're actually giving people an opportunity to join you, right? And you're actually going to tell them at the same time that if they do click that link, there's a valuable gift, for example, waiting there for them as soon as they join. All right? So that's the first step. You create the live video, one every day, and then once it's on the page, you edit the actual thing itself. Then go and do a $5 lifetime promo Facebook ad, right? $5 maximum, all right? It'll be all over in 24 hours probably, but that's all you want, okay? So you do that every day. You do a Facebook Live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and each day, at the end of each day, you actually do a $5 lifetime promotion for that video. Because what you're doing is building awareness within this news feed of your fans, so more of your fans are going to see it, and you've got a really good chance of building your email list or your group in Facebook if they click the links you provided to them, right? Now, another thing you could do is then look at the results at the end of 5 days, right? And that stage there, you've spent $25, right? $5 a day. And then look at the results, pick the best one, and invest maybe another $10 or 20, say, in promoting the best one. So what that means is you're looking at less than $50 per week, but you could make a huge impact on the growth of your tribe with warm, interested subscribers. Food for thought, okay? Because it works. And it's the whole idea of using videos to drive the growth of your tribe. The next type of posts that really build engagement are tips and how to do it. Okay? Tips on how to do are very, very popular, and they're always great for engagement. Like this particular example you can see here for do-it-yourself bread tutorials, right? It's really clever. People love to be able to do those things themselves. And if you can post things that are related to your particular area of expertise, then I can tell you, you'll get a great reaction as well. Another type of post that really generates great engagement from fans are when you ask questions. Questions are always popular post formats, especially when they relate to your target audience. Now this one you can see here, right, is from, well, Tony Robbins, right? And look what he got. He got more than 7,000 likes, right? 7,000 likes, 3.6 thousand comments, and over 555 shares. Now, of course, Tony Robbins is Tony Robbins, right? So let's bring it down to earth. Here's a dose of reality. Here's one of mine, right? I got 21 comments. But more importantly, I got 27 personal messages related to that post that resulted in almost instant engagement with fans of mine, okay? And that to me was worth the effort. There's no doubt about that. Sure, we're not talking hundreds of thousands like the Tony Robbins of this world, but every fan that engages with me one-on-one is a potential prospect for my business. And it'll be the same for yours, right? Another type of post you can try out are the funny pics, right? I mean, funny pics are always appreciated, especially if you can relate them to your personal branding. Now in my situation, my branding is the village marketer, and I'm living in a remote little Thai village, so I often share funny signs that appear all over the place here in Thailand, and there's one of them in particular, right? And it works. I mean, you're building relationships still. People perceive you to be the village marketer. That's my personal branding, and I'm showing them things from Thailand that reflect some of the lifestyles we have here. Funny ones anyway, right? Another type of post that's very effective on your fan page are the behind the scenes type posts. This enables your fans to go behind the scenes, and it's a great way to build engagement because it lets your fans see, for example, projects you might be working on or something that you and your team are doing behind the scenes. This is very clever and enables people to be able to relate to you and understand what's going on. I mean, I'll give you another example. We also run a handmade Thai silk business here in our village, and we've often created videos for customers showing their actual fabrics being created for them. Now in this particular example, I'm sharing some lifestyle aspects of our remote little Thai village, and these have proved very successful in building relationships and also bonding with folks, as they feel like they're really getting to know me and my village. I mean, it's all about the know, like and trust factor, right? And this particular behind the scenes video was from the village temple just recently at a very special Buddhist ceremony, which I shared with my fans. Another type of post you might want to consider is just a pure fun post, right? Look at this one here with all the cartoons, right? I mean, to be quite frank, I was battling to know what they all were, right? But as I mentioned previously, one of the prime reasons people visit Facebook is to be entertained. And you can certainly create fun and entertaining posts around your brand. And don't be afraid to post things that aren't related anyway. I mean, this one's not related to me at all in any way. It's just a bit of pure fun, right? Now, another type of post that will drive your fans' engagement is called the incentive post. This post is one of my favorites because, they offer free incentives that serves all sorts of multiple purposes. The one you can see here as an example is one for a year's free entry to an amusement park, plus $10,000 in cash. Now, all people had to do to get into the draw for that was to suggest a name for the park, and in doing so they had to actually become a fan of the page first, right? So you're building up the fans to your page by giving them an incentive, and the incentive was the chance to win $10,000 and a year's free entry to the park, right? Really good, and it works. Another effective post for engagement is the giveaway post. Since Facebook made the changes in promotion rules, now companies and yourself can run simple giveaways via a post from your business page, from your fan page. These posts invite users to enter a giveaway by having them like or comment on a post. The value in giveaways is that they are a fast form of engagement. Ultimately, that helps build your audience's affinity and again signals to Facebook that the posts from your page are important to that Facebook user. The primary way to ensure a successful giveaway would be to tie the contest to your business services and have a limited time for entry, right? For example, if a restaurant hosts a giveaway, an Amazon gift card doesn't tie into their business. Instead, it makes more sense to give away a gift card to the restaurant itself. Page giveaways are best done in a matter of hours and definitely not lasting for days. Use a sense of urgency to encourage a really quick response from your fans, okay? Another type of post that really does drive engagement is the shareable quote post. Remember I said one of the main reasons people are on Facebook is to be entertained, right? Well, people love inspirational quotes that motivate them or elicit a particular type of emotion, which in turn can lead to post interaction, especially shares of your post. Branded image updates are a simple post that include a related hashtag and a focus on getting shared. A Facebook share plays a huge part in the social proof, and that can result in many new friends or fans finding your page and liking your page. These new eyes are an opportunity for you to start the relationship building process all over again. This particular quote I created with free software called WordSwag. WORDSWAG, WordSwag. And I usually upload that to Instagram and also to Facebook and Twitter at the same time. In fact, there's an awesome bit of software called Action App. It's designed by employees of Instagram and Facebook, and it allows you to auto-post your shareable quote images without being penalized like what happens with many third-party auto-posting apps. And by the way, make sure you put a watermark on your images showing who you are, because when it's shared, people will go looking for you, right? And WordSwag will do that for you very, very easily. There's a couple of other types of posts that also are very effective. One is called the related events post, and the other one is seek advice posts. I mean, the related events post does take some creativity, but when it's done right, it's a real winner. Use a common event that the masses would know about, and then tie that to the business or organization in some way or other. I mean, for example, you see apparel stores making a connection with the Olympics every 4 years, right? See if you can come up with something like that for your own particular offer. Another clever type of post is one where you're seeking advice from your fans. For example, if you're traveling somewhere you've never been there before, why not ask your fans? So tell them you're about to travel to Timbuktu, wherever it may be, and if anyone's ever been there, please leave a comment and tell me what are the must-sees in Timbuktu, right? I would truly appreciate that. People love to contribute like this, and it'll build a very, very heavily engaged post for you, okay? So there you are. My final thoughts on Facebook fan page participation. There is no magic plan that drives an audience attention to your posts in the newsfeed. There's none, right? In essence, your success will rely on knowing your fans, knowing your audience, and finding ways to be insightful, entertaining, and relevant to them. And you don't have much time, right? Because the newsfeed travels pretty quickly. So you've got to make sure your posts stand out and are definitely relevant to them. Now, I can tell you not every type of attraction post works for every business. Okay? Don't expect that. Your success relies on knowing your audience and finding ways to be entertaining, relevant, helpful, and authentic, as I said, right? Give your audience the content that they really value. Give your audience what they want. And if you do that, you will get the results in terms of more social proof. And ultimately, you'll get a lot more overall interaction and a lot more fans. So take these tips and ideas I've shared with you and then create a plan that's right for you, okay? I hope these ideas and examples of Facebook posts have your creative juices flowing a bit, right? And you're thinking about ways you can adapt them for your own specific type of business so you can reach your own new ideal Facebook fans and provide at the same time additional touch points that will ultimately strengthen your Facebook sales funnel. Because, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you're setting up a fan page purely for business, right? If you're not doing it for business purposes, just stick with your profile. But once you start looking at fan pages and the use of Facebook ads, you obviously want to drive business, and the way to drive business is to build engagement. And what we've just gone through are some simple, free ways of doing precisely that. I hope you found it helpful. Until next time, all the best. Bye for now.